What is up, Lux Algo Peeps? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. My name is Jacob. It's good to be back, my friends. Hope you had a good day yesterday. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. Bitcoin settling off. Got a new mic here for TikTok. So if the TikTok stream's too loud, please let me know. Please let me know. But guys, back at it. Bitcoin chilling, 63K. Literally, it's like we haven't gone anywhere. It's like we have gone absolutely nowhere. I mean, we've just been chilling, and we like it, right? We're over 60K. We're happy. That's pretty much the ordeal here today. Some news to tackle as well, my friends. You know, overall though, not a bad day in the market, I will say. Yes, all the U.S. markets are up. You know, crude oil is up. I mean, we're looking good at this nice recovery. We're continuously on the NASDAQ closing back up above previous highs. The weekly is up very nicely today. You know, we've struggled a bit in the 18s, but we're there. We're holding with the NASDAQ. Crude oil almost, dude, 5 cents from our next take profit. Really lame 5 cents off. I mean, come on, man. Besides that though, Solana, yet another banging day, almost went up and broke the 160 but came back down. We'll talk about that again here in just a little bit as well. And then of course gold here is yet again settling. Like we said yesterday, we're talking about with gold, we just want that consolidation, right? You know, and we want the breakout. We want that 2350 breakout to consider any upside. But for now, with the consolidation, we don't really know where we want to go. Again, guys, TikTok, I see you guys joining up. If for some reason the mic is too loud, let me know. We have a new mic going with you guys because I don't want you to deal with what we dealt with yesterday. But how's my huddle gang? How we doing, baby? Let's get it. TRB almost 120, looking good. Let's go. TP is 120, 125. Dame, attaboy. Huddle gang strong. Huddle gang strong there. Sniper Ball, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Dane. Good to see you, Bash. Good Good to see you, DK. How you doing? Welcome back, man. Crypto, welcome back, brother. Sordos, good to see you, man. We gave out the winnings today, so make sure you go check that out. Winnings came out today. Man, hopefully we're doing good, though. Hopefully everybody's doing good. A green all around. Like to see that. Can't get better than that. ES, I think it was continuing, man. The U.S. markets are absolutely ripping. How would do here? The U.S. markets were doing really well, but bouncing back here, a little back and forth today, but it's still up above yesterday's high. And some interesting news events coming through. We had Tesla. We had Tesla shut down production in Berlin for 4 days. There follows the reports that the production at the Tesla's China production plant is down 18% year over year. You can see today Tesla down 3% on the day. It coming back down here, trying to retest, maybe fill some of that earnings gap. We'll see. You know, Tesla last year had a very bad earnings, or very bad year. It wasn't that great of a year. Very flat going into the following year. Nothing too crazy though on the Tesla front. Besides that, on the news, we had that TikTok files lawsuit against the U.S. Because of, you know, because that chaos with them having to divest. So, you know, not really much to look at with a TikTok lawsuit. I mean, that's not really going to affect any stock we're looking at or crypto based. Besides that, we're, you know, getting some updates with some of the feds saying, you know, interest rates may stay longer than we would want them to. Disney had bad earnings, right? Disney's earnings, man, down 10% today. What a drop off, man. Back to fill that gap it had from the February report at the end of 2023, dude. Like, what a drop off. What was that? They reported what they beat on EPS, and then they were pretty much even with expectations, but box office performance was a flop, a flip-flop, if I could say. But Disney Plus subscriber, we're finally, you know, you're finally seeing that effect on Disney Plus. You're here, Groovy. Welcome to the mainstream, man. You're the mainstream. You're finally seeing that kind of, we've had enough time with Disney Plus to kind of rate their price around their subs, you know what I'm saying? Around their subscribers, we can kind of take that price into consideration as well. But other than that, I mean, the overall market's, you know, still pretty good today. So nothing too crazy. I want to do something real quick, guys. Give me one quick second. I'm going to turn down the intro music just slightly. There we go. So it's not too crazy. But nonetheless, we did have, there was another earnings, I think, as well. I was going to look here. What else we put besides the Tesla breaking down? I had that up twice. But overall, yeah, Disney earnings was, you know, the more important one. Sorry, let me get this up. Anticipated earnings. Week of May 6th. We had it up the other day. There we go. Boom. So today after hours is the Rivian. We're going to look at Rivian stock today. I really want to look into that, see how it's been doing recently, because it did have that massive sell-off from the last quarter. And we'll look into that as well. And then we have Lyft and Uber coming out too. They usually report back-to-back at Lyft after hours today. Uber tomorrow during pre-market, and Shopify. So some decent ones to be looking at. But besides that, y'all know the drill. Come on, we focus a lot on crypto. And Bitcoin is just chilling. Bitcoin obviously it hasn't really gone anywhere since yesterday, but we are green on the day, which is a good sign. But overall, what we were seeing is, you know, so long as we're up above that 60K, we're very happy. We're kind of in, you know, luckily we're seeing a little bit of more buying action coming off of this 62 to 64K level, and we'll get, you know, potentially a good view on this if we can get back up over that 65,500. But if we're above that 60K, I mean, we're not really going anywhere. I don't think we're going to see any change in price, too drastically, right? Let me go back to this so it resets. There it is. Boom. But that 60K is the highest thing to watch right now. All right, besides that, my friends, yesterday, obviously less hit on the Bitcoin predictions. Let's get those Bitcoin predictions in starting now. And the price we're going to go with, ooh, hold on, I do have to unlist the other stream because the bot went to the wrong stream today. I really don't know, man. The bot is just in its own mood. But hopefully regardless of it being in its own mood, hopefully you guys are in a good mood and ready to have a good day. Welcome back. Appreciate you all being here. If you're on the TikTok stream, let me know if we have any audio issues today. I know we had some problems yesterday, but besides that, how's my HODL gang doing? Mainstream's here. Groovy, sorry. I meant to say that. But here we go. Once that bot jumps over, once the bot jumps over to the main YouTube stream, you'll be able to put the Bitcoin predictions in. Now, if you want to be a part of that, guys, I would highly suggest on any platform that you're on, I would highly suggest you jump into the main YouTube stream. The main YouTube stream is the widescreen version. If you're on the vertical YouTube stream, just go to the YouTube profile and click the other stream, the one that has me in the thumbnail. You can enter your Bitcoin predictions, okay? The Bitcoin prediction thing is just a fun little thing we do here on stream. It is a based on user, right? So, you know, you'll see a lot of our HODL gangs here. They freaking know what's up. But if you're new to the stream, well, it's a little fun game you get to play, whether you see if you think Bitcoin's going to be more or less than its current price by the end of the stream. By the end of the stream, if it's more or less, you get 100 points added to your profile. You rank up in the stream's ranking system, our loyalty system. You get some points. And if you are a top 10 viewer at the end of the week, you get entered into a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100. So a lot of fun things can be involved as you just come in, tune in every day, hang out, and have a good time with us. So let's go ahead and get, Dame, top of the list today. Let's get it. Big Dame boy. All right. Big Dame. All right, let's get it. Price we're going to go with today, and you'll see it pop up here in just a second, is going to be 63,389. If you think it's gonna be more or less than 63,389 and you saw that pop up in your chat right now, you're in the right stream. Then just type in exclamation BTC more or exclamation BTC less to put in your Bitcoin prediction. And then we'll see you at the end of the stream if you are correct. But the price is 63,389. If you're on the TikTok stream, you sadly can't do predictions. But make sure you join the main YouTube stream and you can enter to see if you can guess it correctly by the end of the stream. Besides that, my friends, y'all know the deal. Right now, we're going to do some suggestions. Now, you know, I think soon we're going to switch up the stream a bit, kind of get into a little more, different vibe just to have fun. We need to have some, new ideas, new things to kind of keep it less repetitive. You know what I'm saying? So for now, we're definitely going to do the Pepe wheel, guys. If there's anything specific you do want to go over in the stream today, throw it in the chat right now. I'll throw it on the wheel. We are going to go, you don't need to throw in gold, don't need to throw in Bitcoin, don't need to throw in Ethereum, don't throw in Solana. We already going to go over those. We always go over those every single stream. So please do not suggest Bitcoin. Do not suggest Solana. Okay? All right, my friends. Come on, brother. All right, let's get it. Anything specifically you want to analyze, throw it in the chat. I'll throw it on the Pepe wheel, and we'll keep going. Tia, we're going to try to go over things we didn't go over yesterday. Render, Tom, we went over yesterday. Let's leave some space for some newish. ADA, we did not go over yesterday. I know that for a fact. I think. Yeah, I'm not a big ADA fan, so that's why. ADA still hasn't moved, man. If you guys can give me some Slurf. Goodness gracious. All right, so has Slurf really done anything? Frickin', I'm not even going to type that out. SEI. We didn't do SEI yesterday. SEI, it actually is green compared to the last one. FTM. BCH. Yo, where has CryptoPunk been, or whatever his name is? Where's he been, man? I haven't seen the BCH Lord. BCH. Definitely going over that one first. Or going over it. We went over JTO yesterday. Lalita. JTO. But if it has moved a decent bit, maybe. Ooh. Guys, who's your daddy on that one?
Who's your daddy?
Yesterday, we said $4, my friends, on JTO. It's at $4 today. I do think that's something we're going to look into doing as well for the stream. Is we need to have a stream board, right? When we go over ones that we analyze, we need to say, what do we think the 24-hour period is going to be? Is it going to be up or down, more or less, stuff like that? I think that'd be a fun thing to do as well for the stream, to add some kind of fun stuff to look at for the next day. Say, in 24 hours, where do you think this price is going to be based on what we go over? And we'll have a board maybe behind me like we already have right now. But on that, we can say, you know, green or red, right? Is it gonna be more or less than the current price, and then maybe a price point or something. That'd be kind of cool. This guy said DOT. We haven't done DOT this week. Polkadot is one of those that I do like more than the rest that we've looked at. We could talk about Polkadot. Polkadot's good. Let's see. Give me some new freshies. ANKR. TikTok Connor said mask. I'll look at that here in a sec, my friend. 100%. I'll check it out for you. See, it'd be worth it. ANKR. See, 24-hour volume. Not terrible. 30-day volume is pretty good too. We could do ANKR. It's not bad. Auto gang member always gets priority. Now that's a terror. I wrote that terribly. That's my bad. Let's look at mask here. Andon, how you doing, man? I do not. If I had the time, possibly, but let me look at mask here. Is this MetaMask? See, I don't even know what this is. I'm assuming it would be MetaMask. Yeah, the volume's kind of bad. Unless it's on a better exchange. Let's look at it on Coinbase. Mask network. Doesn't seem like it's MetaMask. This is in a nice value range. It's just in a weird spot. It's not really moving. Amazon, I like the stock. Amazon, I like that. Yo, somebody correct my writing today. That's the worst Amazon. You know what? I'm gonna fix that. Guys, make sure if you're plugging in your Bitcoin predictions, you do exclamation BTC more or less, not just BTC. Dude, I can't write today. Goodness gracious. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, ENA. I got you, fam. Goodness gracious, BK, chill. Let's see what else, guys. If you want anything specific, mask possibly, man. It came down to its same value range. It's hard to show you, or I could show you behind the Pepe cam. If you see this real quick, you can see it's right back into this value. This area is not bad for a long-term play. There's not much I would want to actually go over. Jenny, we went over render yesterday, so we could avoid render. Be great, guys. Make sure you get your Bitcoin predictions in though, okay? If you haven't already, get them in. Now the mainstream Bruno is on the YouTube channel. You're almost there. You've almost made it. Pepe, goodness gracious, has Pepe done anything? Pepe's one. Ooh. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. I will go over Pepe. First time in a long time, but here you go. Pepe. Pepe's one of the only other meme coins I usually go over, but besides that, it's gonna be Doge. Pepe, I'll take it though. Pepe for Pepe. See what I'm saying? Pepe for Pepe. See, you get it? Pepe for Pepe. There you go. You're welcome. Gosh. Airs for me on that one. Goodness gracious. I got you, brother. I got you. Pepe for Pepe today. It actually doesn't look too bad on the chart, so we can definitely analyze it a bit. Rumble from Cutface. Rumble. Like Rumble the stock? What is this? Like the whatever thing? Link. We went over Link yesterday, I think, didn't we? Or 2 days ago? Link, meh. Yeah, Link is still not bad. Adam, I saw Adam a few times. Guys, make sure you get those Bitcoin predictions in. We're gonna do Adam. I like Adam. All right, this song's getting annoying now. This song's getting annoying. It's good for a minute, but then it's like, whenever we're taking too long on this, it just drives me nuts. Okay, let me get up that other track that I really like. Let's see. Yeah, coin toss. Love this one. All right. Yeah, throw it in the chat, guys. Want anything specific? Let me know, brother. Let's get it. All right. AGIX, OP. We haven't done OP in a bit. I love OP. Give me some newbies. Give me some new ones, my friends. Ones we haven't gone over yesterday. Would very much appreciate it. Jupiter, I know Dennis would like that. Where has Dennis been? Where's our boy Dennis? He wasn't even here yesterday. Somebody ping Dennis now. Dennis might have gave up because you know what? I bet you Dennis shorted. I bet if Dennis isn't here, I bet you he shorted Solana. That's probably what happened. He shorted Solana. He's on hiatus. He shorted Solana. He just didn't trust the process. FET. Did we go over FET yesterday? Liquidated and depressed. FET. Okay. Look, Fetch chart is literally spitting image of frickin' Jupiter's chart. It's like the same. He's bankrupt. Nah. No way. Dude, if he shorted, oh man, I would be very upset. LCX, that was a bear. Why did I even do that? It was what was that? Yeah, it was LCX, Robert said. There we go. LCX is kind of meh. All right, guys, we got one more spot left. Throw them in the chat. What you got for me? QNT. I haven't looked at Quant in a minute. That could be going. QNT broke down a bit. Yeah, this thing's just random spikes. Near, Zill. I don't think we've done Zill. We did Near yesterday, right? I think we did Near yesterday because that's on our it's on our that was on our list. Pendle, XRP. Some other guy said NOS there, Mike. Some other guy said that. What is this one? Not bad. We're gonna go over Bitcoin, Paul. Come on, man. Airs in the chat for Paul. TRX. Did we do TRX yesterday? I know we did one of these yesterday. Tron yesterday. TRB. STX from Eli. Eli's a new member. Maybe we get STX for our boy Eli. Did we do stacks yesterday? I don't think we did stacks yesterday. Let's do stacks. I like stacks. If we did stacks yesterday, call me out. All right, that's gonna be it for today. I'm debating on switching some things up here on the stream. We're gonna do some new things here at some point. Besides that, my friends, appreciate you. Thank you so much getting those Bitcoin predictions in. I'm gonna go ahead and unlist the other stream. The bot's gonna end up jumping over there. That means Bitcoin predictions are done. So if you didn't get those Bitcoin predictions in, I am sorry. About 45 of you today. But make sure you always get those in when you tune in. You see that pinned up there. Bitcoin predictions have ended. Unpin that. First time here. When do you come on? Legends, we come on between 1 and 2 Eastern. Okay. It's between those times. Just depends on when everything gets set up. Because I have to make sure I have we're live to like 10 different channels right now. Just sometimes takes longer to set them all up. It's just annoying. I wish there was an easier way to do it, but we're good. Let's keep going. Let's go, Hada Gang. That's right. Let's go, Hada Gang. Peace out. All right, let's get it. All right, starting with our boy Bitcoin. We're gonna jump over to charting. I'm gonna go live on Instagram so we don't miss our peeps here. Where is it? Let me go live on Insta. This is the only other one I didn't. Oh wait, I messed that up. That's my bad. So I cannot go live on Instagram. I forgot to hit the go live button before I close the window. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the unlisted over there. We're gonna go over to the other one, and that's all right. Let's keep going. All right. Are we counting watch hours still? Not anymore. Sorry. I told you it has to be in every single. It has to be in the main chat every time. I don't know why it's not. I don't know. At this point, I kind of give up. We'll figure it out someday. We were doing well for a long time. All right, guys, let's get to the Bitcoin weekly chart and get it going, my friends. Let's get it going. All right. So, Bitcoin weekly chart, right? Bounced off of it last week with a beautiful close. Can't get better than that. Gotta love it. So, with it closing where it's at here with a high, let's see, closing price of 64,023. Looks really solid into today. Now, you can see price has fully on the weekly so far come down and tagged the bottom of that opening price from last week, which was 63,109. Let me switch the music over here yet again. Give me one sec. Get that going. Get that going. Get that going. Yo. Here we go. Money. All right. So, Bitcoin, obviously, this open close level here, it is somewhat significant, not crazy significant, but going here on the daily here, it's nice to see that price keeps opening and closing here on the daily around that price. That comes from just that weekly open close level, right? It comes from just this period of time right here. Now, going into like a 4 hour here, we can just identify, look at the support coming in off that level. One more time, plot your weekly levels, my friends, because that's going to save your butt. That's gonna save your butt. Identify. You can really, I mean, you can see this 65, 500, 468. Look at that wick there on the 4 hour. All that comes from is on the weekly so far. All that comes from is a previous open close high on the weekly as well. This area here we've been watching, this is just an average of all these open close highs for a zone that we've been targeting that we've clearly bounced through and bounced right off of here. You see on the daily bounce right off 58. 57 was an interesting price that we were considering a potential high volume area as well. You can even see the block of buying volume that's coming off of there. Some imbalances as well. If you look at the price action concepts lining up here, that pretty much got liquidated when it came back down just recently. So we're back up over 60K. That's what we're watching. That's what we're happy about. So the only difference is, and what we've discussed all week, is we're still in a bearish slope on the daily and on the 4 hour time frame. We're still in bearish structure, right? So in that case, I'm not going to be sitting here looking for longs until we break into bullish structure. Now, like we discussed before, this thing could be forming a very, very large potential inverse head and shoulders, but even that, it's not as clean as some of the other ones we were looking at yesterday. But in this case, we did not obey the 4 hour slope here on Bitcoin. As you can see here, that 4 hour slope would have come in line right here, which it broke above. And now we could somewhat consider a nice Fibonacci off that 655, right? So Fibonacci retracement would line into this imbalance here. 50% puts us right at 61, right? 61 lines up beautifully. If I were to drag this out with that low, lines up beautifully with where it bounced before. So overall, this current movement we had on Bitcoin is actually really clean. Which is really nice. Can this indicator work on small time frame? Yes, it can, Crazy Panda. It can work on any time frame, my friend. Any time frame. I just realized this is going to repeat as well. Give me a sec. All right. So besides that, I mean, Bitcoin right now, healthy retracement would be that 61K. I mean, that would show clean price action, right? It would be a really clean move in order to continue it on a 4 hour, right? That's a 4 hour move that we would like to see. If anything, the daily, is what I meant to see for the head and shoulders type setup, right? You have your head here, shoulder. We would just need one more shoulder. Give me just that nice little higher low formation. It's pretty much clean as an arrow. All we would need really is a lower low and then a higher low, right? You have opposing structure points, right? So you have a lower low versus a higher low. So if that were to come in a high low after an extension, I think we'd be looking very clean for this move back through 60 to 78K, possibly a retest, these all-time highs. But again, if we're going to be mega bullish on this, we need to be back over 67, that recent swing point. That's going to give us that structural move that we would really like. So it's just a matter of kind of waiting until that comes, right? We really want to see if that's going to play out eventually for us, right? So it's just a matter of seeing for that breakout through 67K at some point on the daily. Bitcoin will have to check that 62K soon. Yeah, I think a decent consolidation, decent pullback off of the 4 hour would be really nice. Could I see anything happen to AMP? Sadly, we're not going to go over that one today, but if you come back early on in the stream, we potentially might add it to the list that we go over. But for now, guys, honestly, a full retracement back to 61. Here's this line right here, open close daily level right there, daily low. If it comes back to 61,231, we might, and it shows support roughly off that level. This oscillator would actually end up lining up quite nicely for potentially breaking this previous slope that it was in. Now, obviously, I would want a full extension, bigger move, maybe to retest 67. But if it does come back here, settles off above the 61, 60 level, then we're going to like it potentially for that type of reversal pattern. So we'll keep a close eye on it. For now, though, going into tomorrow, like we said, the odds right now of this thing coming back into potentially this imbalance way greater in this current state. It had a change character. The breakout wicked that 65,500 weekly level. And then now it's back down, right? So you're better off looking, to a downside. But again, it's still consolidating, so it would have to break like 62.7 before it actually made that move to the downside or not. But overall, it looks actually pretty solid. So let's keep an eye on that break to the downside and go from there. Let's see here. He said, what I've learned the past 4 years about Bitcoin, if you expect a move, it will do the opposite. That's why I got to trade in your, goodness gracious. That's why. That's why you got to trade when the odds are stacked in your favor. You got to trade whichever way the odds are stacked, right? Always, always, always trading the way your odds are stacked. Now, again, weekly chart, guys, I mean, this is just beyond gorgeous. I mean, look at this freaking thing. Now, again, we're trading top of the Neo Cloud here, as we saw on the signals and overlays. We go to the daily here. We have broken down a bit. Let me optimize this to 19. Boom. Right? So we broke up. We've shown consolidation. Prices now trading through that Neo Cloud. Here's your Neo, right? Continues to trade through it. When it trades through it, it's consolidation. That's a no-go on the trade side. I would really want to see this thing break back above the top of that Neo Cloud, which would be above 65,500 either way. So we need to see some gap on either side. See if it wants to escape that Neo. If it does, we'll probably go see that we'll see that next potential retest of the 61,300. Odds are definitely more stacked in that direction. So again, that's the daily and that's the 4 hour. The weekly looks really solid. We'll see how the weekly plays out as well. Besides that, going to Ethereum, what did we say yesterday? What did we say yesterday on Ethereum? We talked about the 3K level, and it ended up hitting 3,022 last night. Okay. Hit 3,022 late yesterday. Trying to bounce back there is 30.50, right? So, again, this thing, 3K is going to be as psychological as it gets here on Ethereum. We could even see low volume in this area. So even with the low volume in this area, even from this recent bump that we had, it's been trading a little bit back and forth here, 30.50. We're seeing, consolidation. This is just what you want to see. You don't want to see any big moves to either side until we get to a level which you might see more volume come in. But when you see consolidation, low volume, we eventually need to see it turn in whichever direction. It doesn't really matter to us. But in this case, with the overall with the overall signals and overlays indicator here, we can see we had a lot of consolidation for that big break. Price traded well above the Neo Cloud here, like we like to see. And now guess what? We're trading below the Neo Cloud, right? So when we're trading below the Neo Cloud, respecting that Neo Cloud, we're in a strong directional trend. So this happens to be a downtrend. So for now, I want to go see a retest as open close daily low around 29.66. I just want to see 3K first, right? 3K psychological. There's a lot of volume that was here before, even though, it's not as big as it was in the past. Or that just recently, because this area that it's in actually is kind of interesting that it's consolidating here, because in the past it didn't really care about this level, right? So it's showing that consolidation makes me think that this is definitely could have the potential of kind of making a lower low, if not at least retesting some of these lower levels around 3K or lower on Ethereum. But overall, odds still stacked to the downside on Ethereum, and I would still look at that way. You can see here on the 4 hour time frame, we optimized it to 15 as said in the dashboard. We could see here still purple candles trying to escape out of that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and pop on price action concepts. You can see price action broke down, right? What else do we see, right? It's like one of those things where we have this massive block. Can I give my drawing tool? I have this massive block of selling volume, right? So it's like, if you pair that with price action concepts here, we have a nice imbalance there. Boom. That's where I'd be taking my short, especially after change character. You have a massive overload of the sell side here. So this thing going back up there clearly. I mean, look at this 4 hour candle. The minute this 4 hour candle, I'm going to take out money flow real quick. The minute this 4 hour candle tagged that imbalance, all of it was sells. It was just all sells. Tagged it very quickly. Anywhere within there off that FVG and that imbalance was beautiful. So again, that lining up with, look, boom, this high volume block here on the money flow profile. I mean, everything was leaning bearish. I mean, even though that could have been, a nice bearish setup, it's like looking at the daily, it's still in that bearish slope. So there's no reason to go against this trend. You don't want to go against the trend. This thing respected the lows beautifully here. Went up, set a new low, and then again, it's still respecting with a lower low or lower high, right? So lower high in play, that slope's still there. There's no reason to be thinking upside until a structure point's actually broken. So that's all it comes down to, my friends. Ethereum's still looking for that 3K support. If 3K more than likely is going to happen again, if it does happen, we'll be watching it. And that's why you tune in every day to the live stream. You hear me? What creates an imbalance? Not familiar with that. I see red and green imbalances. An imbalance, all it is when there's an excessive amount of sellers and excessive amount of buyers. A lot of the time, if you ever try to, people set limit orders, right? they set limit orders and not market, those orders will get left behind. So a lot of times liquidity in that sense is left behind because those orders are not filled because of the volatility that gets driven through. Let's just say when a bunch of market orders take over or something's driving that price very aggressively with high volume, then people have leftover orders that never got filled because they were limiting or something, it just depends. You might miss the trade or whatever, but leftover orders is usually what that imbalance entails. So you'll see when price ever immediately goes to retest an imbalance or an impulse, right? Those orders will get filled a lot of times when it's first retested. So that's why you see that you'll see that rerun of sells or whatever. And then what can help you out is that money flow profile is showing you the amount of selling volume that came through. But what kind of indicators do you use? Sorry, I'm going to do analysis and try to read questions at the same time. I'm reading like 5 chats here, so just let you guys know. Right now, we're using the price action concepts and the money flow profile. Money flow profile is a free indicator we offer. Just type it in. That's this thing here. But price action concepts is that structure with the imbalances and all that jazz. We just went over Ethereum and Bitcoin. Sorry, Ethereum really quickly. Price targets right now, like we said. Honestly, I'm gonna be watching that 3K level. You can see here. Nice high volume on the 3K level. Even if I pull up money flow profile, it was majority selling before. So we'll see here how it reacts. Still high volume there, regardless if it's stacked on this side as selling or whatever. I mean, that's coming from this entire. You see this yellow box. That's the range is calculating at this level. Even though it's majority sell volume, it doesn't. That when it reaches this level. Okay, we just know it's high volume, so more than likely people could buy it off of there. They could, sell it even stronger through there. But when structure changes and it retests a high volume sell level, your odds are still stacked, big time stacked to that side. So retesting high volume levels, we don't know just yet until we start to see what it does down here, right? So it's all about reaction. All right, but Ethereum, yeah, this range is pretty locked in. A lot of volume, heavy to the downside. I would retarget 3K, if not like 29.5, but we'll see what it does after that. If we're gonna be bullish on this, I need to see it break 33 to 3,400 to be actually bullish on Ethereum. That's insane. All right, let's go over gold here because I know a lot of people are always waiting for gold. Let's go over gold, then we're gonna touch on Solana. All right, let's keep going. What's up, guys? Welcome. If you're new here to the Luxago live stream, consider hitting that subscribe button. Very much appreciated, my friend. And guys, every Friday we do a $300 giveaway, so make sure that you tune in on Fridays. You want to be a part of that giveaway. But nonetheless, let's keep going here. Gonna talk about gold with the current consolidation that we're in. Let's get it. All right. So weekly candle right now, we bounce back. Now we're bouncing as well off a very nice imbalance. You can see it just based on it being plotted there. But besides that, it's just, man, the 2-week retracement is so nice. I do like that a lot. But it's quite interesting because these signals and overlays right now on a weekly I'm going to optimize at the 14 instead of the dashboard. On a weekly, yet again, holding above and trading above the NeoCloud. So leaning on the higher time frame here, definitely would still consider, this as a very nice trade. Now, you guys know we took a massive trade from that 2100 up to the 2300. So great job if you're a part of that. But we are waiting to see if this wants to consider this 2300, 2400, some type of consolidation. But besides that, we're trading well above that NEO. So we're still in a strong high time frame trend. Not really anything I would consider besides that. But we dive into those lower time frames. As you can see here, we're showing a little bit of consolidation. We are retesting the NEO cloud. So seeing price drive through, you got purple candles. I mean, guys, this is just, you just don't consider it, right? We've had the trend that we needed. We had the mega push we needed. The war effect drove gold, because gold is always a good hedge on any type of war talk, anything that's going on in the Middle East. If you want to watch gold, that would be a great one to be watching right now, because that's going to drive some high volume if things get worse. But nonetheless, gold here starting to settle off, right? Had that mega run. Is it repaint? No, it is not repaint there, Fat Boy. It comes down to your sensitivity. So if you see the signals change, it just depends on what you optimize it to. So right now, in the current price action we're in, it wants me to optimize to 10 here, as it says in the dashboard. And you can just see the signals will change. But as long as you're saying it optimized, or you just have an autopilot on, which is this here, you can, depending on what type of trader you are, you can adjust the autopilot. But it doesn't repaint. When the candle's closed and it's calculated that there's a signal, it will print that signal and it will not move. But going in from the daily here, let's dive into the 4 hour, because actually let's showcase some price action. So the price action concepts, we dove into this imbalance here, and again, those orders were filled pretty early on because it retraced quite quickly to that area, right? Structure broke, right? Structure broke, gave us that leg down. Now starting to hold that structure again, though. What I really like to see here as well is from its recent swing, right? We're holding that 50% retracement. So if we're still going to hold that 50% retracement, there is a possibility we could see that breakout. But again, I'm not going to look long or anything on gold until we get up over 23.53. This is just, in my opinion, this is a no trade territory right now. Whether it's long or short, we need to see structure break to either side. This thing is trying to obey that previous point that it bounced off of here in early April. So 2300 is interesting, but again, it's just a matter of getting above either that 23.55 or below this 22.77, because there's a generalized idea here on the weekly that we like here with the price action that it could be very healthy on the weekly to get the 2200 pullback. Now, with everything going on in the Middle East, I don't know if that will full on happen. I mean, we just have to wait and see, right? Because more than likely, if things start clearing up over there, we would see that more of a retracement to 2200. But in this current spot, I don't think people are going to let this go that low. So in this case, though, oscillator has reset quite nicely on the daily. That weekly oscillator as well peaked. So this coming back down, it's due for potential bigger retracement here down to like 70. So if we get one more bearish week, maybe see it like 2250 or something. But even that, if this week closes bullish, I'm not going to consider this bearish at all. But again, I need to see it clear 2350, 2355 to give me something. Besides that, I will say the daily with that structure being bearish is a little more intact. But if I'm going to be full on bearish, breaking that bottom of the Neo Cloud 2265 would be the overall move here. So keep an eye on that. Yo, what's up, Solomon? How you doing, man? I don't see how crypto focused people invest in gold or such assets. I know, man. But we go over it regardless. Yo, what's up, George? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being in the stream today. How often we go live? Mike, we go live every day. Come on, brother. In the summer, it's more likely in the summer it'll be 4 to 5 days a week. Appreciate that, George. Thanks, man. All right. Besides gold here, showing us a potential rebound this week. I'm not a big fan that it's starting to sell off from that high from day one. Day one had that nice bounce back. It's coming back down. Let's go to the 4 hour here. 4 hour, open your eyes a little bit more. This is very clean price action, right? Very clean consolidation. Let me skip this song. Very clean consolidation here on the gold 4 hour. Now, again, what did we say when price creates a potential structure break? We need to see if it respects it. If it doesn't respect it, it's a no-go. Price went up here, never broke back out. It came right back down, did not respect it. So that is a no-go on that chotch. Now, again, chotches are in line to help you potentially see things a little bit early. You can see here with this chotch, as this came down, came up, rejected pretty much right at that level as well. We had such a massive run to the upside that that's the other thing I have to take into account. What makes more sense here is when we get a decent sell-off, right? More than likely that structure is going to hold for a bit before it creates that consolidation, making at least 1 or 2 legs down. But in this case, I would want to see, like we said already, at least breaking over 2350, right? 2350 is going to be that psychological level to get through. If they can get through that, we'll probably go see 2400 again. But again, we're going to sit here and, we're going to say, the daily time frame still shows us a little bit more bearish structure than the other time frames. But overall, again, I'm not going to be looking anywhere near trading this until it actually shows me that it wants to start trending. It's consolidating right now. we can see here, here's your highest volume. It literally, like we said yesterday, one more time on that one.
Who's your daddy?
Yesterday, we literally said if this thing doesn't break that high volume level, it's going to go a little bit lower. And yet again, it's already starting to go lower. So great job on that. If you were in stream yesterday and us talking about that, we've had, you know, at least almost 3 bearish candles or more, because yesterday we were talking about it right here. It's like, it's pretty straightforward, guys. If it doesn't break above that, it's not gonna keep going, right? High volume level here from the money flow profile. We already went over Ethereum there, AZ. Sorry about that. Make sure to go back in the stream and check it out. But again, if you were to even just take a short off this, your risk is just so low. Like, and even that, you could have risked it above these highs, right? And then targeted these lows. And at this point now, this is a matter of pulling your stop. Just pulling your stop. So you're looking at a massive 10-to-1 or some crazy risk to reward at this point. And that just comes off a high volume zone when you can tell if it's consolidating. That's the key point, is you can tell when it's consolidating. Now, the way to tell when it's consolidating is, I'm going to optimize the sensitivity here, as it says in the dashboard on signals and overlays. If price is continuously trading through that neo cloud, right, and touching that neo cloud, a lot of times, I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's in a consolidation state. So if you can judge that, you can pull that up for a second and say, hey, we're consolidating here. Price action is also creating multiple chotches. That's always considered consolidation. Which one was obeyed the most? And that's been the bearish consolidation, bearish change characters. You know, looking for this off of that on top of a high volume level as well that did not want to break with its peak volume sitting there, which is quite interesting because with that money flow profile, this is only 2 small levels there. It's not like it's a massive block like these. This is a major fall off, right? This falls off majorly to either side. So reaction off this block here is going to be, you know, quite significant. And you can see that it pretty much did exactly what we were looking for off of that block. So I'd be targeting like down here 22.9, 2300 more than likely. That would be a safer bet. But just keep an eye on it for now for gold. But again, I'm not going to be looking for an actual trade on this until we make a significant move to either side. It's just kind of stuck right now. So it's a matter of time before we get that significant move. We just got to be patient. Trade other things. So that's gold for us today. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's dive into Solana. Mr. Solana. Sorry, I'm going to go back and see what people are saying. Can you show an example of what you do when you first log onto the charts, your charting methods? You seem as old as me. I wish you would use some of Unreal Tournament. What? I'm kind of confused what you're asking me there. Sorry, I'm looking. Yeah, Solana we're going over now. Sorry, I was reading some of the messages. All right, gold target. Yeah, down. We're still a little bit more on that downside. Now, Solana, my friends. I mean, I can't, man. This thing, first off, 121, right? If you weren't here yesterday, we went crazy over the 121 one more time.
Who's your daddy?
For good time's sake, because literally 121, we said that is a major long-term buy. If it tags it, and it tagged it almost, well, to a T. It literally did. I mean, this thing went, you know, the lowest price was 118. But all that came from was a weekly level, right? It's like all you had to plot was a very nice, a daily. This one, daily or weekly, obviously, either one we like. But weekly levels we'll go over here in a second. But all we plotted was this daily level here on Solana. And this was very significant, right? Price took forever on the daily to ever come back to this level. Clear reaction after a major pump. Major pump on Solana comes up, hits that 121 level, and then fades off of it. Comes back up. Finally, when it reaches it, it blows right through it, sets the higher low, and then continues as well. So price retesting that level, you know, we'll be watching it. Boom, tags it. Beautiful rebound back to 160. Can't get better than that. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Besides that, though, we had this 136 level we watched. And that comes from very, very significant weekly level, which we like more. Which we like a lot more. So we'll see, you know, 136.50, right? Will that hold or whatever? And yet again, weekly closes well above it. The opening price was right above it as well. Price on the weekly decides to just hold that price. Comes from a weekly level. It can't get better than that for a weekly candle. Insane. So this week, though, I would really like us to either close up here near 160 or above 160. If we can get that close on Solana, that would be overall ideal. Day after day, though, we've been showing very nice bullish price action. Today, we broke out of yesterday's high. But again, this high, 159.18. Still struggling at the 160s, right? Consolidation is in play, but I really like, I really do like this thing coming out of this and potentially reaching that extended period. If it does reach the extension on the oscillator, I'll be looking for a bullish potential setup here, probably off 148, 144. People asking about the indicators. You're seeing price action concepts and the oscillator matrix, as well as the signals and overlays. So taking out that imbalance pretty easily. This imbalance here is still sitting there. We already retested that previous level. If we go into this, maybe have some struggling as well. But let's see here, off this low here, we, see a retracement, right? 140 is that, 50%, but even coming from, that's if that swing point plays off, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take these off really quickly. Sorry. So right now it tags that high volume order block up there. It's coming back down. It hasn't fully broken structure to the downside. So seeing this here, setting higher lows, does it set a higher low or does it actually break down? Right now it looks like it, goodness gracious. Right now it potentially looks like it could break down. So we'll see. There is a high potential this thing could come back here, retest the 140s, which would be quite nice, to be honest. Let me pull up the money flow. We can see high volume sitting here right at the 136.49. I mean, all that came from is the weekly level. It's quite insane there. So on the daily, though, yet again, the 130s, that 130 range, very nice. I don't think it would fully retest, honestly, below 136 again. I think structure will come in play here very soon, so we'll keep a close eye on Solana. Upside target right now is 174, of course. It comes from a weekly level. But all we need to watch here on the 4 hour in the next little bit of time here, next, we got hour 22, and then we got, obviously another 4 hour candle. But, let me see, sorry, draw the box. All we really need to watch here is this area right here. You got this break of structure, okay? So if it can extend a little bit more for the slope to play. So between, like we said yesterday, 148, this high is 149.50 down to roughly 146. If 146 breaks, it'd probably give you, a decent correction down to like 140. But let's see if we can get a bounce off 148 and go from there, right? So if that can happen, give you that continuation on the slope. I'm not a huge fan of this wicked several times up here off of that level, but again, high volume level. Let's look at the signals and overlays, because we're starting to see, we saw a very nice escape from the Neo Cloud. Here's your 11 sensitivity. Two signal coming into that. We're getting two opposing signal right now going into a bearish Neo Cloud. But notice how it stepped down. Neo Cloud made a step down, not a step up, which is a good sign. So I guess we could say step up. Made a step up. Step down would be that it's trending, but it's trading above a bearish Neo Cloud. So that's a nice divergence type setup there. We just need to see if this thing wants to start showing us that this trend's going to hold above the 147-ish, right? 148. This is going to hold. Then we'll start to see that Neo Cloud flip back bullish, and we get a nice block Neo Cloud. We might see something like that off 160 eventually. 160 is that key breakout. We really need the 160 break if we're going to get anything. But let's take a look at the daily here with the signals and overlays as well, because as you can tell, signals and overlays on the daily, if I optimize it, is also sitting a little bit bearish, right? It's still bearish here, but it is inside that Neo Cloud. So remember, when we look at price trading in a Neo Cloud, we don't really recommend trading it, right? We want to see it escape whichever way it might escape. If it's in a bearish Neo Cloud, bearish candles. If it escapes to the downside, it's probably going to retest those lows. Your odds are in your favor to the downside. If it escapes on the upside, we just are patient until the Neo Cloud starts turning. But overall, love this week's price action so far. The weekly is just goated. It's so nice. But it is respecting that 120 and the 136.49, which is really nice. So we'll keep a close eye on it nonetheless. But 4 hour here, see if it can hold up that 148-ish. So that would be pretty key to go about what we're looking for. Here's that order block there, 145, 147 to 142, 141. Gold, we just went over, guys. NAS 100, we haven't. We're going to go over the NASDAQ here in just a second. But if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to consider hitting that subscribe button. I would honestly say hit the sub button, because on Fridays on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, make sure you go join the YouTube stream. But on Friday on YouTube, we do a $300 giveaway. Very much appreciated. Guys, let's smash the like button as well. Let's get 100 likes today. That'd be awesome. I'm not going to put a verbatim on whether we do the giveaway or not, because we pretty much hit them regardless. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So hit that like button. We'll do the $300 giveaway on Friday. And sub if you want to be a part of that giveaway. That's the only thing I could recommend, is make sure you are subscribed. Otherwise, you cannot be a part of the giveaway. So besides that, let's keep going here. We got I still can't believe our thing barely missed the take profit. Let's talk about crude oil here. So we talked about the crude oil daily setup that we were taking. Honestly, what's going to probably happen here now, I can probably switch that, is we'll see how it does in the next day or so. If today closes green, or today closes over previous day's high, which is yesterday's high of 79.09, I'll probably take off another 25, and then we'll hold the rest. It literally was $5, $5 cents, not even $5 cents from our take profit there. What are we doing? I mean, look at that wick for our next take profit. Sorry, we did take off half at 170 or at 79. We're looking to take off the rest, but 5 cents, man. 5 flipping cents. That's insane. We're so freaking close to hitting that again. So great job if you're a part of that trade. Massive drop off. And look at this. Look at that. Seeing this now. Money flow profile lined up right there at the top. I figured, maybe we touch it, but man, a lot of volume here at this level. Here's your money flow profile. So in this case, again, if this thing closes back up above this high here of 79.09, then again, we'll just make sure we close out the next little bit and then hold the rest, see if it wants to continue. But great job on crude oil. All that was the oscillator setup. Remember what we like to see. This is our A+ setup we always go for. I've talked about on stream a dozen times. We've taken a dozen trades. I think we've only failed one trade out of the dozen plus we've taken on stream. But higher lows being formed, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Price immediately retraces here on the oscillator and then creates a bullish turning point into a bearish turning point below the 50 level. Below that 50 level right here. So seeing that happen there, boom, we took the trade off of this day right here. And we've just been holding day over day. Granted, the first day was massive. We had a freaking Wednesday dump with the crude oil report, but like that was awesome. Hit our first TP out of the gate. So now we've just been chilling. So great job if you're in that trade. But overall, besides this high volume level that we're seeing now, we can see how the oscillator is extended here on that downside. So at 15. So yet again, if this thing were to close green, we'll probably see a bullish turning point tomorrow. So we'll probably end up taking the rest off. So if you're a part of that trade, great job, guys. What a freaking trade we had there. But we'll go into our other setups we're still looking at here in just a second. But crude oil right now, weekly chart here. I mean, this was just a very nice consolidated play. The high volume on the weekly is sitting at 76, so that's looking good too. But the daily, where's the signals and overlays? Signals and overlays breaking. See again, when it's breaking back down below that, below the Neo Cloud, continuing that to the downside. But nonetheless, we took the trade because of our oscillator setup, because y'all know that's my favorite indicator, but rejected with a bearish change character as well. So everything was leaning bearish going into that. So great job. Let's keep going and jump over to the NASDAQ. Where's Mickey at? Mickey's does another live stream on he does a live stream on YouTube. He does a live stream on Discord. So make sure you tune in to that. It's actually free too. Make sure you join the free Discord. If you want another stream that's more indicator, like we'll answer more questions about the indicators there. All right. So the NASDAQ, which is nice about the NASDAQ here is, first off, look at this. First off, had a very nice, weekly bull flag break that went nuts, hitting all-time highs. A trade above the Neo Cloud. We just retested the Neo on the weekly, bounced directly off of that. So again, weekly charts, always super important in my opinion. Go to the daily time frame now. This was quite interesting because it comes down, tags, and breaks down below the bottom of the Neo Cloud, but retraces quite nicely, breaks 18. We're back over 18. We had a inverse head and shoulders type setup on the Neo Cloud that we've discussed several times, coming off of Friday of last week, going into this week. So it's continued from there. But besides this, This is exactly why we say don't trade. Don't be like NeoCloud. This is a no-go zone, right? When you're trading in that NeoCloud, it's just not a trade spot. You don't trade it. You just wait. It breaks back out of the NeoCloud. Now, you're looking better to the bull side. And let me optimize this back to 12. Here, as you can see here, we're getting purple candles back out of it, which is good. We've escaped the Neo. The day we escaped the NeoCloud, you can go into like the 4 hour, right? 4 hour here. I'm going to pull up price action concepts here. If price is respected above, let's say 18K, that was my price, was 18. But again, we have this lower high that formed right here. So if price was respected above this lower high of 17.95, more than likely that continuation is good. We are a little stretched on the 4 hour oscillator here. So coming back could be pretty healthy. Pulling that recent pivotal point to our high right now, let's just say that's the pivotal spot. Our pocket, right, the beginning of our pocket lines up nicely with this price action. I think we can get a little bit more though out of it. I do think so. But it's interesting because let's go to the daily here on the price action side. We broke back over that bearish change character that happened even after rejecting it. Higher low came into play. We were considering this being a bear flag, but it broke it to the upside. So we're, not anymore. We're kind of out of that. So it's quite interesting because let me pull up the money flow profile here. We have a massive, massive buy level right here. So if I mark off the top of that here, right, this little area here, good consideration on where it might head, 17.886. That would be a great retracement spot, right? Anywhere in that zone for a nice bounce. You can even see the imbalance left over as well. But even so, if I were to just take, these open close highs here on the daily, this is the level I'd be watching right now, 18.55, right? You have multiple rejections of open close there and a bounce and another bounce, right? So this is a pretty interesting, this is a very interesting breakout move we had through 18. So really like that it's back over 18. Let's see if it can come back, respect 1850 again, and then we'll go from there. And nonetheless, unless it, if it wants to break through and go to 18.4 or something, that works too. But it does look a lot more bullish than bearish current state. Gotta like it. Oscillator sitting really nice for this thing to potentially actually hit a new high. So that's pretty awesome. But let's get it. Analysis on oil. We're still bearish on oil, man. We've been in a trade to the downside for a minute. But right now, this 77.78 spot is what we're watching. The question is when Bitcoin go to 70K. Honestly, if it can break that structure at 67, it'll probably rip to 70 pretty easily. We went over Bitcoin early on in the stream, guys, but I respect everybody asking for Bitcoin. We might touch on it one more time before we go into the other ones. Let's hop into the Euro USDT. Look at me. Hop into the Euro here. Bear with me 1 second. I want to check something. Okay, cool. All right. Now, Euro here on the daily time frame, okay? Look, we're below the high volume. Still below that high volume here. We're still in a bearish slope. Look at it already rejecting the bearish slope. Even with this high spike volume here for, let's just say the sentiment was high bullish, right? Off this level, it's still in a bearish slope. It's not really going to be anything here. Bulls try to drive that level, right? And yet again, rejected the 108. So we talked about the 108. We have an imbalance thing there as well that people are selling from already. So this weekly chart or this daily chart right now is still in that bearish slope, right? Still lining up on the bear side. So in this case, though, if I want this thing to be bullish, though, I'm okay with a retracement, but I would want to see, this would be an elongated bear flag. I think the bear flag situation is out of the picture now. It would have had to break here. So that higher low is pretty clean. But if this does come back or just dances around 7.5, 107.5, I like it. But we're going to see, man. We're going to see come days. But again, daily trend is still bearish. Like, that's kind of a bummer. But here you go. Right now is kind of the time I would want to see here if this zone would be respected. If it's going to respect this area right here, it'd be really nice off 107.5-ish. area. That was always the price point we talked about, 107.5. If it can continuously hold over that on the 4 hour, would be nice. You are getting opposing chotch here, but again, we got to see if that chotch is respected or not. In this case, right, this bearish one was not respected. It blew right back through it. This bullish one right now is trying to be respected. So we'll see if it gets respected or not. That would, I mean, if it closes nicely over 107 here, then you'll start to see that people, you know, are willing to hold it up over that price, which would be nice, and maybe get the 1.8 again. But 1.8 was that tough one, right? That daily, the daily is still showing bearish. So overall, I would lean more bearish than I would lean bullish on the euro for now, as it's already trying to reject that trend. He said, let's assume the economy collapses in the fall of this year. How will Bitcoin behave? I think you just answered your own question. The exact same thing would happen to Bitcoin. It would crash. All right. That's the euro. Still would be short on it. Downside target, honestly, if it does break it, would be 107 first and then 106. Gold, we're just watching the consolidation right now. All right. Besides that, did we miss anything else? We talked about ES. What else? Yeah, that's it for now. All right, let's get to the board. As you can see, the Pepe wheel here. We're going to go ahead and get to y'all's suggestions. Now, at the beginning of the stream, guys, you suggested these symbols, all right? You're the ones that suggested these symbols. This is what we're going to go over today. Thank you for suggesting them. We'll probably do a little quicker analysis on these, maybe take some extras at the end. But let's see. Let's get through them. Let's see, starting off with Optimism. But if you want your suggested symbol to be analyzed, make sure you tune in earlier. We go live between 1 and 2 Eastern, so make sure you tune in earlier, and you potentially will get yours on the board. Dot is on the board there. C Mano. I'm gonna call you Mano, brother. All right. OP. Optimism. All right, so here you go. Optimism rejecting. This is a bear flag on the daily. Rejecting that $3 price point. We have these lines already drawn, right? Where do they come from? Right? So they come from that weekly, dual rejection off the weekly level of $3, right? We go to the daily. That's where it's happening. But we also have this key pivotal point here on the daily, 281, right? Am I right? Yeah, exactly. So rejecting beautifully off of that. Maybe respect the slope here, right? Will this respect the slope? That's what we're waiting on. See if it, your odds right now of it testing 2.63 are pretty good. So see if it goes down, test 2.63. You want to be bullish on this, you gotta clear $3. Otherwise, be bearish. I would look for 250. Current spot, yeah, there's not much. Weekly time frame here. There you go. There's the bounce off the open close on the weekly as well. 100% makes sense for this area. I would have, some people, if you like to, try to call tops, just use your weekly charts, because this level here, very, very, very important. Rejected it to a T because it shorted 3 and then just said, see ya. But weekly so far is down right now. I would want to see this thing. Let's see the money flow profile. 340 up there. Not bad. Low volume in the middle, which is interesting. High volume is sitting up here right below $4. So yeah, that structure breaks it. Probably make that room or that move right to 4. I do like the oscillator. The oscillator comes back down, creates a higher low above the 50. It's been a minute before it's been above that 50 in the 60s or higher. So if it does come back down here on Optimism and bounces somewhere in those 50s, you could probably see that run to 350 or $4. So keep a close eye on that. Not a huge fan of this thing just coming off and rejecting, but it is obeying, so that's good. Like to see when it clearly does. Yo, Sizzle, we went over Solana not too long ago, man. Do I stream every day? Yes, we try to. We pretty much stream every day. Sometimes we'll miss one day. If anything, we miss one day. But we do stream every day. All right, let's go to the next one. Real quick, guys, if you want to be a part, on Fridays we do $300 giveaways. You want to be a part of that $300 giveaway, 2 things you need to do right now. You need to hit that like button. and you need to sub to the YouTube channel. If you're not subbed to the YouTube channel, you will not be a part of the giveaway. But you do, besides subbing, have to tune in on Friday. So make sure you hit that like button. And make sure you tune in here on Friday to be a part of that giveaway. So really appreciate every single one of you, and especially my Huddle Gang members. Guys, where's Bitcoin at right now? 63117. Our Bitcoin prediction at the end of the stream was 389. Yeah, it's sitting at less right now. Less is in the winning circle right now. So we'll see if it ends up being higher. Beginning of every stream, we do a Bitcoin prediction. So make sure you tune in. Beginning of the stream is great because you get to see if you're... we take suggestions and you get to do your Bitcoin predictions. So would highly suggest tuning in or putting on that notification bell so you know when we go live, so you can put in those Bitcoin predictions, fun stuff like that. All right, let's keep going. Come on, give me an altcoin pump. I want Bitcoin 15K again. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I think we'd have to have a actual depression. I think there would have to be a new depression, and even then, yeah, man, that's a crazy price. That's a crazy price. All right, let's keep going. OP off the board, lovely rejection. Stacks in the house. STX. 38K coming soon. I don't know. I don't think 38K is coming, man. I think the lowest you could get is like 50 or like 47 at the very least. But 38's rough. 38's not a great price. If Bitcoin hits 38K, we'll have a drinking stream. I'll give you 50, maybe 47. 38's a little much. Just based on its cycle, it's just. Speaking of which, let's look at the cycle real quick. I kind of want to look at it. I haven't looked at it in a minute. Here you go. Here's our Bitcoin cycle chart. Bitcoin cycle chart, guys. So now, granted, we're here. We need an up. I can get an update one, but it doesn't matter. Actually, let me go. I do have it saved. I have it saved in my bookmarks. Bear with me. I think I do. Get involved. Not the contribute. Now I need to look this up now. Now you got me. Besides the trader ideas. No, that's not it either. It's a different one. Let's just do Bitcoin. Bitcoin cycle chart. Or what did I call it there a second ago? What am I doing? Hold on. What do we call it? It's the spiral chart. Sorry, Bitcoin spiral chart. I do want to look at that again. We haven't looked at it in a minute. It's a good thing to go over with people, especially after the halving. Bitcoin strategy. I think they posted another one. Where is it? 100K before halving. That's what we wanted, right? Okay, here. All right, here we go, guys. Here's our Bitcoin cycle chart. Okay, or spiral chart, whatever you want to say. The DCA strategy, whatever, either one. Okay, halving right here. Boom. See, it happened. This was posted way before, but the halving happened, right? So according to the spiral chart and what we've seen, this goes all the way back from 2010, right? These rankings here are from this outer line right here. If you can see my mouse. This outer line right here is literally the 100K line. So we're hovering right below that. Now, you can see here by the end of 2021, from the last halving, we hit all-time highs. Every time you see those green dots, you hit all-time highs, right? We just tackled all-time highs right around here. Looking for that next push by the end of 2025. We're looking for that push to the all-time highs, right? Sorry, by the end of 2024. This is the 2025 year. So in 2024, we're looking for that new all-time high kind of push into December. So that's what we're saying. 100K, I think, is very likely. Very likely at 100K by the end of the year. Now, besides that, going into the end of 2025 is when we hit a pivotal all-time high. So the last pivotal all-time high, look at how evenly these lined up. These lined up from 2022, 2018, and 2014. All of them lined up beautifully together in this quadrant of the Bitcoin spiral chart, right? So it's just history, right? History here. So besides that, that was before 2026. So the end of 2025, we're supposed to be hitting a pivotal all-time high. So that being said, look at the gap difference here. You got about 20K up to around that 70K, or sorry, it was 65K from last year, right? So we get that next increase, which was that 110% that we talked about, or sorry, was that 200% we talked about. You're seeing like 200K, 150 at least, right? By the end of 2025. So by the end of that, we got what, year and a half before that would happen. So, the big focus on that is watching and waiting, right? But we continuously hit all-time highs. You see all these green dots from previous, cycle patterns. But if we hit that, then we get that pivotal point. We drive back down into a pivotal low. As you can see down here, we'll have a pivotal low by the end of 2026, right? Because guess what? It takes longer. Sometimes it takes longer to go up than it goes down because fear, is a way stronger emotion. So end of 2026, you'll probably see that pivotal low, and then you'll get that consolidation for a while until the next halving. So that's pretty much what we've shown before. Look at it from 2010 till now. It's done 2009. There's 2009. It's like it's done the same thing. It's just beautifully been in this gorgeous spiral. You hear me? So it says, you tipsy? Nah, man. I'm just spitting facts here. We're looking at a factual chart. There's not really much to go by other than the history we've seen with the Bitcoin cycle. So, let's get it. Let's get it, my friends. End of 2025, we're going to see like $1 million. Hell yeah. All right, Stacks. Let's go to Stacks. He said, wait, are you talking to him? Are you talking to me? The upcoming, I think you're talking to Mano. Goodness gracious. He's talking to Mano, definitely. All right, guys, Stacks here. First off, what do you see? Nothing but bear structure, right? It's just dead, right? Bear structure in play. Now, the other thing I see is this daily open close high over here. Come on, man. Right here. Bop. Daily open close high. Now, that literally price pumped its way on Stacks up to $2 buckaroonies and then dumped right off, then destroyed that level. Again, price comes back. $2 psychological level on top of a significant pivotal level. You can't get better than that. Bounces right off of it. So, again, $2 would have been a great price to buy some of Stacks if you were looking to buy Stacks. Now, in this case here, also between $2 and $2.50, ton of volume traded there. Look at the amount of trading going on there. Just overall lines up so well. Now, we have a pivotal weekly point here. We have a pivotal weekly point here. Sorry, that's structure point. This is pivotal point. We also have a pivotal one here. Okay. Now, in this case, price struggled in that area, then broke up to $2. Now it's retesting that $2 mark again. So it coming off of this, I wish Stacks would have held structure somewhere like the 306 here, but it did fade off. A lot of these altcoins get hit hard whenever some crazy dip comes into play. So, it's not anything new. But in this case, still in bear structure. I think $2 could get retested again. If $2 gets retested, that's what I would consider as a good long-term buy. You only buy dips when it comes to the long term, okay? We only buy dips when it comes to the long term. We have a bot there normally. Just today, it's not one to be. It's in the other stream. But in this case, we buy for the long term at dips, and then when we see structure line up properly in the right direction, then we look for trades. Now, going from here, like we said, to that weekly chart, we haven't had a bullish week in a while, so maybe this week we'll get it. It hasn't shown so far on Stacks that it wants to go full on retest this low, so that's usually a good sign that price is slowing as it's approaching a pretty key level. So we'll see if it wants to bounce back to this week or maybe next week. But keep a close eye on Stacks here. I love it down here. It's not a bad price where it's at right now. And we'll analyze accordingly, but still in bear structure. I think $2 could hit again before anything else. All right, let's keep going. Yes, Brad, the bot is over there. Stacks off the board. For the Pepe wheel getting, let's get it, brother. What you got for me? Oh, add them up. ATOM. Adam breaking back out. That's nice. All right. Can I check front? Can these be used for options? Yes, they can be used for options. Can use for anything. Stocks, crypto, Forex. Y'all know the drill. Okay, so this potentially has a nice move so far that's forming here. Obviously, I wouldn't be scared on a bear flag, but it's actually showing decent structure. Nice volume coming in 2 days ago, which is interesting. So seeing where we're at on the weekly here, the only thing I don't like about Atom is that it broke structure. It's like, come on, man. It had a nice breakout with the old crypto craze, and now it broke structure again to the downside. It couldn't hold up. So the only thing I don't like is the weekly's just failed. Weekly did not do good. It broke out, could not treat that 11.25 worth. I mean, gosh, not great. In my opinion, get me over the 11.25. We'll go from there. If for some reason you like this one, going on the weekly here, the only thing I don't like, and I've discussed this before, I mean, you're in right below high volume, but is when you see some of these altcoins that have been around since like 2019, if they made their big rally but don't like hold a decent price, they just go back to chilling near a price where they were at since they started. It's like, I'm not a huge fan until we see good news that, you know, gets it back into where it previously was valued. So we'll see here. I mean, this one long-term wise, do your own research. That's what I would tell you. Nonetheless, though, you're below that high volume level, which is a good sign. So this might not be a bad time to buy some if you've been looking for a place to potentially get some. But again, that's long-term type situation. I'm not going to consider trading it at all at this level unless we see some decent structure. But so far from what we've been looking at, doesn't look great. Yeah, the daily's still in its bearish slope, even though you're getting that bullish change character. The 4 hour, though, is actually starting to respect that previous high, which is nice. It's going to enter a very aggressive area here. If anything, if you get that 9.5 breakout, you're probably going to tag 10. So 10 would be psychological. So make sure you go check that out for a potential move to 10 if it does break and run. So we'll see. We shall see if it wants to break through 9.5. But from here, yeah, 10 would be that. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a fan, to be honest. I would, if I'm going to be actually wanting to trade this thing, I need to get it up over 11.25, in my opinion. Like shift it, like shift the entire outlook of what we're seeing here. It's just too many massive bearish days. Like, it's insane. So let's keep going. Adam. Off the board. Dot. What you got for us? Give me something good. Jupiter. Where's Dennis, man? I'll send him a message. Say, you good? You good, brother? What you doing? Have I already checked gold? Yeah, we checked gold already. We can look at gold again closer to the end of the stream here. We got about, on stream time, got about 35 minutes. So we'll check it here in about 35 minutes again. Change the track. Groovy, it's just on some random ass track. I could change it though for you. I got you, brother. It's all random. It's all royalty free. I do need to go find a better list of royalty free either way. So let's keep going. Jupiter. Jupiter with your consolidation, good sir. Jupiter with the weekly bounce, good sir. I like this. I like the weekly here. Let me get... Is this the earliest time we can get on Jupiter? Probably. Okay, I can get more on Kraken, but their volume is garbanzo, right? And 24-hour volume... 24-hour volume is not bad. But 30-day volume right now is 900K. That's not great. Binance 30-day volume is 36 million. So there we go. Let's get it. Do I think Bitcoin going down now? Bitcoin's still in bear structure, man. We haven't looked at FTM yet. It's coming up, I think. No, we don't have it on the board. Never mind. FTM's not on the board. We're not going to go over it unless we have more time at the end of the stream, which right now we're kind of behind, so we're probably not. But we did go over it yesterday, I think. So go to yesterday's stream. It hasn't changed yet. We're going to go over Bitcoin Cash here soon. Yes, if that's what you're asking. But, Paul, we're still mega bullish on Bitcoin over 60K. So, all right. Jupiter, look at this. If I mark off this daily here with a nice horizontal line, look at where it was respected before. That's pretty much what we're watching. It rejected it again here. Break through that. That's all that needs to happen, right? Like, guys, sometimes it can be black and white on how you need to see structure change, right? It's like literally, why the hell would I be looking long on Jupiter if it's gonna just reject, like it's still gonna trade below where it just rejected? It's like, give me through that and we'll look for a potential move. But nonetheless, there that's the price right now. It'd be 118, 119. I mean, you could probably play 120, like maybe say 120 at the, whatever, but open close levels lining up right around 119. So give me significant candle, give me some nice volume candle through that level, and we'll be happy, right? Weekly candle though, this week, if we can retest that high of 123, I would really like it on Jupiter. For the daily though, yeah, the 123 would be nice. We just need one day with really high volume, be really good. Either way though, look at the V bounce here on the 4 hour. Structures lined up nicely. Structure broke, playing out very well. Here's your structure zone. I would be keeping an eye on for bounces. I've already tried it. So price trades and continues above this 110. I would give it as low as 108. If price continues to trade on Jupiter above 108, I think that trend is going to continue. You might see a nice move into that 125 like we want to see. It's trading above the Neo now, which is good. Need that Neo cloud to start switching. Give me some of that bullish. Give me some of that bullish Neo cloud. Sometimes if you see that Neo cloud's a little crazy, you can drive down the sensitivity on it. See where we're at, because there you go. Structure lining up nicely with the Neo on the one optimization. Because sometimes price moves differently in times when it comes to these cryptocurrencies. So it's good to switch that sometimes. Steve said, how much do you make trading daily? So Steve, I'm actually not a day trader. I swing trade, so it just varies on if there's a trade or not. But it comes down to what kind of trader you are, guys. You have to discover who you are as a trader first, because for me, day trading I just don't have what it takes to be a day trader. But once you learn that, you can adapt to what your risk tolerance and who you are personality wise to be successful in your own type of trading. For me, it's swing trading long term. I don't go below the 4 hour. I'll look at like 15 minutes and stuff when it comes to like stocks and like earnings and whatnot, but I don't go below the 4 hour. You make a lot paper trading on the 1 second Bitcoin chart. Shh, Brad. Shh. Chill, Brad. only if we could make that legit. But man, do you know how much manipulation freaking I would do to a 1 second chart if I trade 100 Bitcoins? That'd be insane. Either way, structure's nice on Jupiter. Let's get through that 119. I mean, come on, man. Guys, give me come on mans in the chat. Let's get it. Come on, Huddle Gang. Come on, man. What are you doing, Jupe? Get through that 120, brother. Get me through that 120. All right, let's keep going. Potential there, one first boron. There's the come on, man. Yo, what are you doing, Pepe? Brother, what are you doing? Errors for Pepe. Try it again, brother. Okay, dot it is. Come on, there we go. There's the come on, man. All right, guys, again, on Friday, guess what? We have a $300 giveaway. All you have to do is be sub to the YouTube channel. If you're not already sub, make sure you go and sub. But on top of that, if you want 5 entries instead of just 1, regular subscribers get 1 entry. If you join the Huddle Gang, you get 5 entries. Last week we had, I think, 1 or 2 Huddle Gang members win. It seems to be every other week we get a bunch of Huddle Gang members that win. Again, all you have to do is sign up. It's literally $1. If you have YouTube Premium, you actually can sign up for free. If I can make it free, I would, but in order to have memberships on YouTube, you cannot make it free, sadly. So we would recommend joining up and being part of the Huddle Gang. If you enjoy the stream and you've been tuning in for a while, would love to see you part of the Huddle Gang. Let's get it, my friends. Dot in the house. Here's your dot pivotal point, which I would want to get over. Dot's another one of those things that's like, come on, dude. Like, you were sitting pretty the other day, and you're like, no, screw you. I'm going to dump back down to whatever price I want to. It's just, I mean, these charts just kill me. Just kill me. I hate that ish. Look at this. That's so bad. Okay, so dot right now literally broke out. Great structure, right? Breaks through weekly levels. Showing me the love here. Breaks through weekly levels, goes up, starts showing bounces off the previous structure. Looks good. Goes right through it. You're like, okay, come on, man. All right, dot weekly chart. Weak ass chart. We should call it that. This is a weekly weak ass chart. Now right here, broke structure on the oscillator. Completely demolished. Back in below 50 on the oscillator. Don't like that. Signals and overlays here. Not enough time on the weekly to show us a Neo. Still at it, and even an optimized sensitivity. Can't even optimize us. So we'll go to that daily. Either way though, the daily. I mean, this thing is. Ooh. Okay. Okay. It's been chilling long enough down here that it's broke its slope. So good sign there. Hooray. Great job, Dot. Great job. You broke it. Good job. You know the other good thing that I like to see here? Here's your very significant pivotal point off the 631. It just so happens Dot respected it not one, not two, but 3 whole times, okay? So in this case, 750, guys. 750. Let's get over it. Because look, that's you little turd. You better go to the weekly chart. That's 750. Right? It's coming right from this open closed area, 743, whatever, close enough. Nice little pivotal spot. Never came up and retested. It took forever to get there. It's a weekly chart. Come on, man. All right, so, you know, daily chart. Here you go. Boom. 750, reject, reject. Get me over 750 and then we'll talk, okay? If it's going to sit here, I don't give a crap what it's going to do. I need to get over 750. Here's your high volume level. Makes a lot of sense. It's chilling over the 631. That structural point it made before it made that crazy run to, you know, almost $12. But again, back over 750, it broke the slope. Give it to me. Give me a clean structure over that. Hold off this nice high volume or just this high buy volume there. Right off that shelf. Boom. Go give me 864, maybe 9. But that's all that needs to happen. Just break through 750 and we'll keep talking, okay? Break through 750. I like it. Nonetheless, I mean, we got 631 down there. You're in a small little range here on the daily. Go to that 4 hour. You're going to see it as well here. So it's got to break to either side, guys. Your odds right now actually look better to the upside. Not by much. It's like odds to the upside that it breaks is like 51. And then odds to it coming back down is like 49. So, yeah. I don't know about that. Let's see. Sir, please tell, can I make short on Bitcoin? I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm a big Bitcoin bull though, so I'm not a big short Bitcoin kind of guy. If you're looking short-term type situation, maybe, but even then, I'm not a short Bitcoin kind of guy. You hear me? Sell Bitcoin, buy Dot. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Not on that one. Eric's in the chat for that, for Mano. Mano's new here. Eric's in chat for him. What are you thinking, brother? Buy Dot over Bitcoin? You crazy. Get that ish out of here. Get that ish out of here. Man's drunk. He is drunk. You are drunk. You're drunk. Definitely. Not even on my Benji account. What? Jacob might once a month 5-second pop on to the YouTube. Yo, what's up, buddy? I was like, what are you saying there? I got you. What's up, Benjamin? How you doing, brother? Welcome. Going to be any more dips? I mean, slight dips. We think slight. You can hodl both. Still, Arizona chat man said buy, sell. He said, listen. He said, sell Bitcoin, buy Dot. That is terrible. We need to buy Bitcoin, and then if you want, buy a little bit of Dot. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. All right, here we go. Anchor. Interesting one here. When I think of Anchor, all I think of is the batteries. Now, yet again, is this even called Anchor? It's ANKR. I'm going to say it's Anchor. There's a lot. Yeah, this cycle's been great. Trend fall. Guys, consolidation. This thing respected this low here. Came back up. Respecting. I mean, this thing could head in either direction, in my opinion, right now. Still in a more aggressive downward slope for now. I would say you have a higher odds hitting down at the low 4s there. But if this thing's going to be bullish, get me up above, let's say, 550. Above 5.5 on the cent side, look for that. Otherwise, yeah, this thing's going to probably go retest the low 4s. If it breaks fully down below 4, then, you know, you'll probably see a nice break to the downside. So that's about it on this sucker. There's not much to go over. 5.5 breakout. Your odds are stacked more to the downside in this case right now. Can't believe we have Pepe on the board. What are we doing today, brothers? Too much vodka, he said. Goodness gracious. Yeah, man, drinking. Well, I keep forgetting, like, a lot of you are... It's nighttime for you. All right, Pepe, seriously? Airs in the chat for Pepe. I need some, Yo, anybody, is that cutting off for anybody else? I need to fix that. Try this again, brother. Come on, please. 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 Okay. Pepe's done for. Speaking of Pepe, I'm going to go ahead and get Pepe out of the way. Come on, brother. Blank equal Lambo. I'm just going to continue to ignore your chats. All right, Pepe. Goodness gracious. Let's keep going. Last cycle dot did so great, but now, yeah, it's just dead, dude. Okay, here we go. Wowza. Why didn't we see Pepe? What a bounce back. Okay, here we go. First off, got the structure, nice area here if it is traded properly. The problem is, here's the problem with meme coins. It is volume based. Now, I will say it finally showed a decent consistency in volume just recently. But you know, look at when it moves versus when it doesn't. It's just when it spikes in volume. Had a spike in volume here recently off of this low here and went bazonk. Here you go. When you see this, like, how the hell do you analyze something that's just buys, right? You just can't, for the most part. But in this case, you know, I'm proud of Pepe. I'm proud that it has respected overall structure in a way. This thing oscillator looks good. Came up, came back down, created a turning point right there. You're pretty much sitting break even right now. It rejected a high volume order block. I mean, it's starting to show that it wants to trade properly. And when something likes to trade properly, errors for me saying that. When something starts to trade properly, we are very happy. So Pepe, if it wants to trade properly and doesn't want to completely eliminate everything we're looking at right now, it will obey the 8 level. This is why I hate looking at these. How many decimal I can't just say 8 cents. I wish I could. I mean, I could say, I'm just going to say 8. 8 level. God. All right. Then we go to that weekly chart and we, yet again, right here, bop. Right here, open, close, weekly highs, bop. Daily. Look at that. I mean, guys. I mean, this yet again. It's just, there's no absolute reason to not be marking off your weekly levels that are open, close highs, because this literally created a beautiful rejection off the weekly open, close high period. So it coming off of that, I would watch see if it bounces off 8 and go with that structure. If it does, 4-hour time, right? 4-hour doesn't look as good. Slopes breaking, man. Look at this like elongated bull flag pattern. Everybody says, a lot of people are like, dude, you know, bull flags need to happen really quickly. Honestly, no. They, you know, faded volume from a significant move as it faced the downside is huge, because once it gets to a decent price, if people want to actually buy the crap out of this thing, it's going to make a huge breaking move. It's just part of it. But there you go. That's like an elongated bull flag played out quite nicely. And there you go. Break and run. Let's get it. Rejecting that price right now, man. Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to test 8. It'll probably test 8 again. I can't do bonk. We're only doing noob trade with Lux Algo. Hee hee. There's the chat for that guy. Guy's name's 06. Go back to 06, pal. We'll see you back then. All right. BC Amazon. Yeah, this guy's just talking to himself now in the chat. Goodness gracious. I'd love to go back to 006. Like, what? All right, Amazon back up. Let's go to their earnings. First off, Amazon had a fantastic 2023 with a mega bounce back after losing money in 2022. Let's get it, Amazon. Hallelujah. Why do you think I bought it under $100, dude? Like, You ever see Amazon on $100? You needed to take a second mortgage on your house. This is not financial advice. But once again, the chats are very entertaining, man. Again, don't listen to that. That was bad idea. Don't do that. Unless you're investing in Amazon under $100. Just kidding. All right, man, what a quarter. 200% up from last quarter, last quarter one report. Quarter one report 2023 was 3.17 billion. This quarter, 10 billion in net income. You can't be not happy about that. It puts a big smile on my face. But either way, up 228%. Last quarter, you can see why we had that earnings buyback here. Nice little bounce off. It did actually sell off. Forgot about that. It did drop. Well, did it? Let me double check. Nice little back and forth here. Either way, nonetheless, this year's it's doing so much better than last year. But again, usually when you see earnings drop off, guys, it's more likely outlook for the year. But again, I mean, so far, quarter one reporting that well. Let's hope we can continue that continuation. Now we got bought back quite easily, retesting the 188. Let's go to a weekly. Weekly here. Boom. What do we see today? Today, brother. Today. Was today the day? Or was it this week? Let me see. Today was the day we had all-time highs, right? What's this high here? High was 189.94. Before it was 189.77. Let's go Amazon hitting all-time highs yet again. Great job. Great job. I think it had to. All right. The weekly. Weekly should help on that. Weekly should help on that a little bit there. I definitely. This would get off my screen. 88.11. 88.65. Boom. Nice little move today, hitting that all-time high. We're back up. Let's get it. Get into that no man's land. Give me 200 in a few months. Come on. The humble trader said Amazon just launched in South Africa. That will affect price. Launch today. I mean, well, today we are not up. So who knows? Who knows what kind of effect that has whatsoever. It's just going to depend on how they do in South Africa at this point. Usually that news doesn't hit price until we actually see the outcome of launching in a new country or whatever. Okay. Oh, we need to go over. Do we do JTO? It did move. Amazon off the board. BCH off the board. Pepe was suffering end of the day here, but we'll do JTO. And then we'll do BCH, my friends. What are we looking at? Gold, please, sir. We went over gold earlier in the stream, but if you hang around here for just a minute, we'll go over gold again, all right? We're going to do gold and Bitcoin one last time. JTO. JTO, what a day. Up 10%. What did we say yesterday?
Who's your daddy?
Seriously, though, what did we say? Like, literally yesterday, we came in here and we said, hey, JTO is well better to the upside than the downside of this current state. We talked about that $4 move. I think we also talked about, honestly, if you want to take a trade in retrospective price right now, we need to wait for it to break over $4. But we said overall, we are leaning way more bullish and hitting that $4 a lot easier than anything else. Absolutely drilled it. I mean, granted, look at this. I mean, why wouldn't you be targeting the upside? First off, you have a very high volume level printed with this massive buy volume block here. 27, 29, 315, boom. Buys off the chain right here, okay? So major buys, high volume. This level is clearly respected nonetheless, but then buyers are in control. So even saying that price being above that first indicates that that level there was pretty much gold if you're above it. So we're above that, got that bullish turning point before on the daily. Yesterday, obviously, we were sitting here. All we wanted to see was volume to kick in. We liked the $4 move more than we liked anything else. We liked the upside. We didn't what? No bot. What? Yeah, we did. The bot was here earlier. Or we had it in the chat earlier when we brought it back. But either way, my friends. Either way. This thing literally hitting $4. Can't get better than that. Let's get it. We're back at the $4 spot. So diving into that weekly really fast. We have an open close high sitting up here at 409. We'll mark that off. We can see here going into the 4 hour though that 409 weekly level clearly was the price to keep an eye on. Boom. I mean, wholly reactionary. So in this case, I need to see this thing fully take out 409. That's the weekly level. Take out the 409. Show me some bullish price action. Get this daily up and going. If this thing makes this bearish turning point up here and then gives me one more slope play like that, give it to me like this. I'll take it off 4. I'll take it off 4, trade up through the 5. But right now, let's say you're in this in the 350s, or you're a freaking, you know, incredible trader and you bought it off like 275 or something. Then right now your upside target besides 409 is going to be this open close weekly high, or open close daily high, sitting at 4.87. That's what I'll be watching there. Weekly though, yeah, that's your last weekly open close high. So I'd be watching that right now. If it trades off this, more than likely I would want to see this thing on JTO tag this level here, come back down, give me a higher low off this previous structure point, off that weekly open close high, and then we're gonna be taking a trade probably through the, you know, $6-7. But again, man, what a day on. Can I show how I mark my weekly open close highs? I go to the weekly, and then open close, bam. All right, oh, bam, right here, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. All right, now that being said, look. What's the closing price of this weekly candle? 4.09. What's the opening price of this weekly candle? 4.09. All it is where those bodies end or begin. It's where they end and begin. Isn't that it? It all flows together. The end of the beginning meet right there, brother. Let's get it. All right. Boom. 409. Beautiful rejection. You saw it. Look, one more time. One more time with the Who's Your Daddy. Watch this. How you are going live with chart. What? Y'all ask some. I don't understand half the questions y'all ask sometimes. All right, right here. Well, look at this. Right here, we read this weekly candle's close or open was 4.090. Okay, this weekly candle's close was 4.091. Okay, we mark it off. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna get it right. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna double tap here and go to coordinates 4.090. Now. Like I said, I like trading 4 hours and above. We go to the 4-hour chart. You like...
Who's your daddy?
This thing literally V-bounced. And what level does it reject? 4.090. That's not a coincidence, my friends. That's where I would always take my take. That would always be a take profit level. Nonetheless, what a massive move. Right to that 409, and we're heading right back for it. We're going to retest it again. That's all I needed to mark off. Let's see if we can go up and tag that sucker. Structure is beautiful. Structure held. Structure continues. 4.09 is your target right now. Besides that, right, we're going for that weekly or that daily open close high up there. 4.89. I think we said 8. What was it open? Closing was 8.7. 8.7, yeah. We're going to go to 8.7 up there. So, I mean, beautiful. Beautiful move so far on JTO. Love the bull side. Let's keep it going. Let's break out. Exactly. All right. BCH, last but not least. Let's see where we're at on the clock. We are at 1 hour 49 minutes, almost at the 2-hour mark. When we hit 2-hour mark, we will be looking to see what the Bitcoin prediction is. 63143. We're still less. Sorry, yeah, 63143. Still sitting at the less here. If you put less in, it'll be 2 days in a row if it hits. All right, let's keep going. That being said, going to our last one, BCH. Where's CryptoPunk Chainer? CryptoPunk Chainer. I just wait if blank equal Lambie wins. I'm very confused. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Goodness gracious. I appreciate the chats though, man. I'm glad you're in here. You're keeping us all entertained. All right, first off, BCH. With the BCH, I'm gonna put the weekly level here first off. Boom, weekly open close level. Respected. RESPCT. I know what it means to me right there. You see what I'm saying? Order block up there. Respected. Okay. Weekly here. Don't really care about that level, but we're going to mark it. Other weekly pivotal points here. This is very significant right here. Another one would be, honestly, middle of this order block right here. And then top of this right here. Whenever you see very clean reactions with, where it takes weeks to retest, those are your weekly pivotal levels, right? Weeks to retest, right? Never really took forever. This one here took forever to retest. We can mark that off too, right? So we're going to go over gold and Bitcoin here in a second, and then we're going to call it. You guys are coming into the end of the stream, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Let's go. Look at that crap. It's just like 679 on BCH. Drilled middle of the order block, right where that open close price is. Okay, delete that one, right? Let me go into the 4 hour now and see here what was more respected on the 4 hour time frame. It looks like the 470 level there makes a lot more sense, which it does. So honestly, I'm gonna get rid of this 436 here. Go to the daily, or go to the weekly, sorry, because guess what? That's the most current weekly open close pivotal level there from that structural point. And that's why these weekly candles closing beautifully. Okay, so this on BCH is a beautiful candle setup if it can end up closing this way. I like to call these no wick retests. It means you have a very large wick to the downside. You can do this in the opposite direction as well. But right here, bouncing off of this high, you can see we fully have never even gone close to retesting that yet. Granted, it's the second day or whatever. But that being said, right now, it has no intention so far of even trying to trade lower. If this closes in above last week's high of 480, more than likely the week after, it's going to probably break 500, maybe 525. This is just a very good reversal setup when you see those two candles, especially on a high time frame like a weekly chart. Going into the daily here, you can see, man, it's just been nothing but green days back to back. If we're talking about daily, holding up over 470 is pretty key for now. I overall would want to break through 530 though. 530 break would be pretty key. This right now could have a setup for us again. We had a massive trade on this before on BCH. We traded from 438 all the way up to 679. Insane trade on if you've been in this stream long enough from our recent plays. But go to setups. Let me add this here because BCH right now is potentially setting up for us. All we want to see now is this thing give me continuous bullish candles, give me a closure above the highs there, and then a turning point above the 50 level, and we'll trade it accordingly. But this is going to go from extended to extended. Then we know that reversal is actually really looking clean on the oscillator. So that being said, going from here, I'm going to pull up signals and overlays and see where we're at. Signals and overlays, still J chilling below the Neo Cloud, which is interesting to see. I'm going to put on 10 sensitivity here for the daily, as suggested in the dash mode. But in this case, it's trading below it, right? You got purple candles still, the 10 sensitivity. I would want to see it up over 546 for more of a long-term type of, let's say if we took a real bullish trade on this. What's going to happen, though, is if this actually extends there and comes back, it's going to have to get inside that Neo Cloud nonetheless. So you'll see something like that, probably off the 520s or something, off of maybe these previous highs, which is 523. So we'll keep it close on that. But overall, daily, it's still in bear structure, but I really like seeing the weekly showing the overall lovely bounce back beginning of this week and not coming to even get close to retesting a low. So good ideas coming in here on BCH, potentially with good setups. We just have to be patient. But even that 4 hour here, 4 hours retest on top of the Neo Cloud, let me adjust this to 12 as stated in the dash mode. But it's trading through the Neo, so that's a no-go on the trade side. When it's trading through that Neo Cloud, let me pull up price action here. Price action just got the charge. Not a big fan of that. Not being respected. It's finally in high volume. You can see here though. Look at how who's in control. Who's in control here? It's the bears there on the 4 hour. Mega in control all the way up to that previous high that was in. Pretty much all red. So we need to see some of that change over. Daily time frame a little bit different, showing some big buy block here from the past. Yeah. From a while, big buy block there. So it makes sense why it's getting bought. But 470s, watching it trade above that, we like it. And for that weekly time frame, let's keep an eye on it. We could potentially see next week 525 or more. But we'll go from there. Most bullish for May. I have nightmares. What's going on? What are you asking here? JTO touched the $4 as you said, and as always, let's go bash. go, brother. Yeah, man, that was freaking nuts. We've been killing it. Let's get it. All right, let me go over. Whoa. I got 4 minutes left for Bitcoin predictions. You been hitting the gym? Nah. Well, I mean, just average stuff. Nothing crazy. All right, here we go. Man. Okay, I'm going to go through the setup list real quick. We have a little bit of time here. BNB. Let's start with BNB. 4 hour, I think is what we looked at. No, yeah, it was it the 4 hour? 4 hours. No, I don't think it was the 4 hour. Was it daily? Maybe it was the daily. It's just in this range. Not a big fan. Solana, though, we talked about it. I think it was the 4 hour for Solana. Was it? No, I guess it wasn't. Near was the daily, I think. 1 second trading. Yeah, we're going to get to that here after we do the Bitcoin predictions. 1 second trading. Near was one because remember we could have taken the trade off here, man. What a move that would have had. Insane. This one failed us, sadly, I think, on TRX, unless the 4 hour was the setup. Yeah, TRX off the board, sadly. H-bar, that was that daily that was already playing out that we missed. I mean, the price is still there. Oh, the reason I didn't like it was because it had that fake news. Bitcoin. I think, yeah, it was potentially that 4 hour. Unless this thing, it was the daily too. We're going to keep an eye on it. NASDAQ was the 4 hour. Yeah, it just created those trending points already in the extended. Okay, we still have it on the ES. ES could still play in our favor. Ton. This one turned too high. I needed to retrace more. I had a nice push. Ton's not it. While was WorldCoin was yesterday. That was from the daily. The daily we like on WorldCoin for a bullish setup if it continues. We'll have to wait. And then BCH. Okay, cool. Cleared those out. But nonetheless, let's go to Bitcoin real quick. Look over it. All right, Bitcoin guys. If we're gonna go over gold in just a second, my friends. One more time before we end the stream. But Bitcoin guys, still in bearish slope, right? Still in the bearish slope. Again, we discussed this. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the right one that I have my drawings on. There we go. All right, so we discussed the 60K level. We're happy with Bitcoin trading over 60K nonetheless. It having that sell-off. Bounce back nicely, holding up. We got some bullish divergence too on the oscillator, which is pretty sick. It's trying to come back out. The reason we like Bitcoin for potential long trade is if it actually gets going a little bit more here. But it did reject that 65500. That comes from that weekly level of that previous open close high in 2021. So that literally just rejected already this week. Bitcoin's trading off from that last week's beautiful close, insane closure. Right now, this week though, high watch off 61,249, 61,250. That's that previous lower low before it broke to the downside. If we create a higher low off that level, you will see an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is a very bullish pattern. We might see nice moves. The reason why I like for that too is you have a very nice high volume money flow profile block there. On the buy side of 62,301, maybe people buy it again off of that. You're also entering a bullish imbalance too if that were to make that retracement. 4 hour time frame would then as well. I mean, everything looks really good for this thing to make that bounce because it also lines up with a 50% retracement on that 4 hour time frame too, as well as obviously the daily. We could mark the same thing. Everything here lines up beautifully for a nice bounce between 62 and 61. So we'll keep a close eye on that. I do think it has a lot better move to the 61, 62. Obviously, daily is still in that bearish structure. 4 hour, still in that bearish structure. Actually, 4 hour did shift to the bull side, but it's still in that bearish daily pause. Still in that daily bearish slope. So in this case, where's that guy that goes, "Hey, yo, what?" Freaking love that. Love that kid. That was so funny. But nonetheless, again, still setting lower highs, guys. We're not going to go against the trend here, okay? So retesting 61, 62 is way better off in your odds. The odds are in the downside right now. But there's possible that we get that bounce off 62. A lot of cards being lined up for that thing to bounce off 62. So we'll keep an eye, or sorry, between 62 and 61. You know, Bitcoin, it's not going to bounce off a specific price. It's going to trade around. You're going to get wicks and stuff. But for the daily, that's what we want to see. Give me a daily close, like bodied over 62 if it wicks through it earlier that day or something. Looks really good. Guys, we're well below Les. Les is the winner today. Great job. Yet again, Les is the winner 2 days in a row. If you put in your Bitcoin predictions at the beginning of the stream and you said and you predicted that'd be Les, you get 100 points added to your profile. Again, what are the point system? The point system is just to get you guys to interact, have a good time here on stream every day, but it's only a part of the YouTube stream. So the point system is only part of the YouTube stream. We have a bot in there that calculates all your points. If you want to be a part of that, make sure you go sub to the YouTube, because guess what? On YouTube every Friday, we also do a $300 giveaway. All you have to do is be subbed to be a part of that, and you have to tune in on Fridays to learn how to enter. But you do have to be subbed. If you want those 5 extra entries, I would suggest joining the Hodl Gang. It's literally $1. If you have YouTube Premium, you could join for free. But besides that, we got less today on the prediction. 100 points added to your profile. You have a 1 in 10 chance if you are a top 10 point getter at the end of the week of winning $100 as well. So yet again, what an absolute banging move. Wait, we looking at Bitcoin? Yeah, Steve, we just went over Bitcoin, man. Let me look at gold one more time for my peeps that have been asking for gold and waiting for gold. And then we're going to go over to 1 second trading here for a little bit, and we'll be done for the day. All right. Hey, wait, real quick, Hodl Gang, how fast do you think it's going to be for somebody to comment about the 1 second trading that like joins? How long do you think it's going to take? Who knows? It's going to be pretty quick, I think. All right, here we go. So first off, gold did on the daily break that oscillator structure, right? Ooh, opposite right here. Somebody's going to say something immediately. But can you talk about the money flow profile? It's very straightforward, man. You got sentiment on your left side. You got actual volume on your right. This amount of volume here was this amount of bears. 19% of them were bears at that level. Here's the level price, or average price or whatever. And then when you get the yellow is the peak of like where it was majority volume. You're talking about Bitcoin? It's still well below the price. All right, here you go. Here's your gold structural point here that broke down and is starting to reject. But again, structure broke on the oscillator as well. Lower high rejecting off of that imbalance. Going into the 4 hour here, rejecting. We talked about this yesterday. If price is not going to break above this high volume area, it's going to reject. It's going to continue lower. Now, granted, look what you got here. You got a very nice block of buyers that were previously buying that area and taking control of that area, you know, and you have a previous block of sellers that were controlling that area. So again, this is no man's land, guys. Would not recommend trading gold anywhere in this range unless you like trading ranges and you know what you're doing. But again, your odds are way more stacked. Some weird sound. Your odds are way more stacked to the downside right now. You're probably going to see 2296 or at least 2300. I would play it safe, say 2300 to hit first before maybe breaking out of this. But we'll watch it into tomorrow. There's possibilities you could bounce off 23.5 or something. But again, I don't like this as a trade until we get up over 23.50 or if we get below 22.80. But nonetheless, the downside is still in your favor than the upside here on gold in this current state that we're in. But in my opinion, this is no man's land. I don't want to be trading this at all. I want to see some bullish price action, and to get the and bullish trends as well. To get the proper bullish trend here, we can see we just need this thing when the Neo Cloud has a space between price and the Neo. That's when we like it in a nice big trending state. So what needs to happen, right? We need to see price exit above the Neo Cloud, which would be up here around 2340. But again, what we said was 2350. That's why we really like that. You'll get that 3 continuation signal like we got down here, or those 2. But You'll sometimes see it after consolidation, but you get the 3 continuation signal, trades outside that neo cloud, and then we keep going. All right. That's gold for us, my friends. We're going to get over to the Bitcoin 1 second chart. Did we do it on Tether? No, we didn't. We did it on regular. Bitcoin 1 second chart trading. Let's get it. Yesterday we went 1 of 1, but we lost 2K, hit 10K. So great job. And this thing, oh yikes! It's doing one of those things. Oh wait, I need to get rid of this. Let me get rid of all the indicators. Hold on. All the indicators is why it goes nuts when we're on the 1 second chart. All right. Oh, maybe not. Mega laggy. But I think we did. Let me see. I think we did Binance here. 1 second. No. I think we've been doing. What did we trade yesterday? Let me see here. Let's see here. 19. This was Coinbase BTC USD. So yeah, for some, there's our trades from yesterday. The 11K, the 2,700. So great job on that. Let's get it. But besides that, yeah, it was the Coinbase one. Maybe today it's just the 1 second's bugging again. It lags so hard. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum 1 second's working. Let's do Bitstamp. Does that have? No, that has a terrible 1 second. We might have to do Tether today for the 1 second to work for us, which makes those weird blocks, right? Might do Tether today. Nonetheless, guys, this is the end of the stream. Very much appreciate you all being here. Besides that, we're going to look into a few 1 second trades for fun. That's what we do at the end of every stream. But let me get that chart up. Yup. But yeah, guys, if you want to stay up to date on everything going on in the markets, make sure you follow our Twitter. Some interesting stuff has happened today with the what's it called? TikTok suing the U.S. government. U.S. revokes license for Intel and supply of chips. That's interesting. I wonder if Intel had a good reaction on that. Let's see. Or is Intel down? Intel's not really down. Let's see. You gonna work for me now? Nah. It's funny how it messes up. Qualcomm did. I just need to get another chart here. Hold on. Before we get off of that, let me go to TradingView. Qualcomm. Where you at? Qcom. Excuse me. They're all recovering though. When did that oh, they all recovered nicely. Dang. Qualcomm, and then what was that? The TikTok ban is wild. Or TikTok suing the US is wild. Intel. I bet Intel had a reaction too. I'm so used to typing USD, it's insane. I guess not. It's just, it is selling off on the 5 minutes. Down 23 cents. Almost a full percent. Not too crazy. Never ending story. Literally though. It's literally never ending. A 1.3 billion stake in big. That's insane. Oh, the ETFs. Didn't yesterday the first time we didn't have any outflows on Bitcoin? God dang it. what in the world? All right, let's get to the 1 second. Oh man. I wish the normal one was working. All right, here we go. Turning point in play. Yeah, this is gonna be brutal. Turning point in play. Give me it. Give me it right now. Turning point now. Turn it up. Turn it up some. Go. Go. Turn. Up. Weak sauce. You think we could? No, it's not gonna work. Ah, dude, why is it lagging today? Maybe I need to take off some of these browsers. It's annoying. Oh, I shouldn't took off the earnings, but we got some earnings this afternoon. I think what this afternoon was Uber. No, Lyft is this afternoon. Rivian. Actually, I do want to look at Rivian, but it seems like y'all wouldn't care about that. We can look at it though. Bitcoin, Coinbase. Oh, maybe if I could. Will this work? I just wish it wasn't lagging today. You guys love the 1 second chart, but it's just lagging big time. My computer's literally freezing. Good gosh. I don't know why. Oh, we're dumping hard. Hold that 63K. Come on, Bitcoin. Error, yeah, definitely errors. Errors in the chat for that. Goodness gracious. All right, let's try this one more time. See if it gets up there with a tether. Oh man, tether is just not the best one to look at. Where's ES? ES was up. We were up earlier. Yeah, we're barely up still. Man, the ES price action has been so bad the past few days. It's been so bad. Yeah, let's look at Rivian. Really quick, sorry guys. I want to look at it because of the earnings is going to come out here in literally 3-4 minutes. RIVIN. There, this one. There it is. All right, earnings coming up here on Rivian, guys. Oh, we did bounce back. Actually, that's nice. Back over $10. Love that. Earnings. So I like Rivian a lot. For one, because I've seen a ton of them on the road, but two, from 2022 to 2023, or from 21, right? They did terrible. But they've grown in revenue drastically. I mean, they had 1.6 billion in revenue in 22, and they jumped to 4 in 23. And I have not just seen these in my town. I've seen these all over the place. They're very close. They're very close to potentially turning a profit, which is pretty cool, especially with how new they are. The pricing of it makes sense where it's at right now. Last quarter one, they reported a negative 1.35. So we'll see where it goes into this quarter. What are they projected? They're projected 1.15. So, you know, taking a little bit off the top, one at a time, my friend. Or sorry, 1.16 is 1.15 on the EPS, but 1.16 still taking a little bit off. Each and every quarter is ideal, right? Look at this though. I mean, they ended up closing out pretty bad at the end of the year, coming back down. But from last December, we got let's see, quarter four to quarter four, 7.2 to 5.2, right? Big jump, right? So 7.2 to 3.5 to 2.0 to 3.7 to 5.2. Year over year, that's a huge jump. So let's see, man. I mean, I like it. I like Rivian. I don't know if this quarter is going to be fantastic or anything. I like it for a long-term type situation. I think this overall in this area is not terrible. In the 10s and even below 10s is great, especially if they're going to continue to move. But that's why we wait on these earnings, because the earnings is big. That's going to tell us if it's still in the right direction or not. So we'll see how it is this afternoon. But let's see if we can get it set up on Bitcoin Tether. Way over time today, but one more try on Bitcoin Tether. It's just been in a mega 1 second downtrend. It's like it's just sloping big time. We need a full-on mega reversal if we were to get anything. We might be just stuck today, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Might be stuck in this trend today. All right, I'm going to pause that. All right. Besides that, guys, I mean, if it sets up here while I'm talking, we can look at it and take it. But you never know when it's going to do well or not. You can see the 1 second on the Coinbase was doing terrible. But I appreciate all of you for joining today. Those of you on TikTok, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. People on Instagram, like always, my HODL gang, I love you. I do anything for you, brothers. But if you do want to join the HODL gang, you get extra entries to every Friday giveaway, as well as cool emotes and badges. Would recommend joining it. Might get up a trade here. Come on, turning point. Here we go. Turning point. But besides that, make sure you follow the Twitter. Like I just said, we're posting cost market updates, current earnings. You know, besides the earnings, we're giving you guys everyday real-time news if you need it, and not just like spamming. We're not just spamming random news articles. It's like significant news articles. We go live every day, guys, between 1 and 2 Eastern, though, so make sure you're here between that time if you want specific things analyzed, okay? That's when we take our suggestions, is at the beginning of the stream. We also do our Bitcoin predictions at the beginning of the stream, so we love the fact that you come in early and are a part of that too. So thanks again. Man, I was hoping we'd get it set up there, but it just failed. I wish it would have turned earlier. It's just Tether's not doing it today. Tether's not it. We got to do the other one. Guys, we also do another live stream in our Discord. The Discord is Lux Algo. Just search Lux Algo Discord on Google, or just type in discord.gg/Lux, and you can get in. It's absolutely free. Again, absolutely free Discord. If you do sign up for any of the premium indicators, you get, you know, a little bit extra benefits in the Discord, as well as like strategies people have built and stuff to help you kind of get along your way and chat with whoever you need to chat with. I mean, we have a lot of cool chats in there that have to do with learning how to use the indicators, the best strategies, stuff like that. Disney's earnings was this morning. It already dropped. Yeah, if you want to try out the indicators you saw today, risk-free for 30 days, you can on luxalgo.com. Make sure you go on there and try it out. Besides that, guys, we'll see you on Friday for the $300 giveaway. We'll also see you in the stream this week, so feel free to tune in every day between 1 and 2 Eastern. Besides that, sometimes we might not go live every day. Sometimes in the summer, it'll be, 4 or 5 times a week. Regardless, obviously, we're gonna do Monday through Friday. We don't do weekend streams, but every once in a while we might miss a day during the weeks, especially in the summer. So just be on the lookout for that. If we don't stream, we don't end up streaming. Just be ready for us the next day. Besides that, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow potentially. I'll keep you updated. But man, come on, Bitcoin holding that 63K, be nice. I mean, above 60K, we're happy, my friends. I will talk to HR. You should start working weekends. Come on, man. Okay. Love you, Huddle Gang. And I will see you soon, all right? Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Peace. Wrong button. I'm still here. Actually, we're going for 2 more hours. See you later.
Who's your daddy?